Hello people. For the past couple of weeks, we've been having a lot of creative adventures. Crafting, dressing like children's book illustration characters for a week and then making art about it. Yeah. And that's been really fun, but it has led to some creative messes in my life. Whether that's literal physical messes of craft supplies that are just out of their enclosures, or a bit of a tired creative brain that is requesting some more, wow, it just got really dark, unrestricted creative time. So this week is going to be all about creative refresh. Cleaning up our messes, refilling our creative juices, and maybe trying some new things together. That's kind of what we do here. We're going to be doing some collage. We're going to be doing some drawing. We might be doing some thrifting because that's creative. Either way, I'm glad you're here. Do you have some sort of hydration? Do you need a glass of water? Why am I holding on for dear life? Okay, you go get a drink and a snack if you need one. And we're going to start on our first task. If I need 3 beverages to stay hydrated during the day, if that's what works for me, then who are you to judge me? Who are you? I know you've got at least 2 going on anyways. Just 3 times more likely that I'll spill it all over my computer. And isn't that exciting? Good morning. Our first creative task of the day is to make an illustration. Doesn't get much more creative than that. Is it an illustration? I guess it would just be digital art. We're working on a collage. That's me. Remember how I said in last week's video that I could make weird fashion digital collages for the rest of my life and be happy? I'm still doing it. This is actually for a sponsored post. So very, very cool and fortunate that I get to fish what I wish so soon after speaking it into reality. I feel like a fluffy little teddy bear today. So sleepy. So here's where I am so far. Here's the original image, or one of them. I took a bunch. Yeah, I used this face, but I used a different body. Maybe that one? Scared to be upside down. Put that on my tombstone. And then I'm kind of building up each little piece to distort the size, to play with proportion. It's all very fun. Should we do that? Because I love how the shoes are different colors. Or should we do that? I think we should do that, unfortunately. Unfortunately, what I like is not what makes the best composition. Isn't that just the way? So now that we have our base image built, I gotta go in and mess up all the colors. We're going for a similar vibe as this. Like kind of black and white, old-timey looking, half-tone. So let's see what we can do. Okay, we're done. Here's where we landed. I posted a preview of this on my Instagram story, like just a little crop of it, and one of you nasties responded, "Dim dogs." Yeah, those dogs. They're out. In an illustration, I've always loved a big hand, an oversized foot. I just find it quite charming. So this was really fun to do. Add it to the collection of cute, weird, slightly unsettling fashion illustrations. All right, I must fuel my brain because I fear I am feeling weird and scared. Do you see how I'm holding my microphone? Is that something someone who's not feeling weird and scared does? Let us eat some food. I see something so cute. Look at this silly little wildflower bouquet from my sister-in-law's garden. Ain't that sweet? You know what else is sweet and momentous? What I have in my hands right now. It's a rare day in the Illustrated household because I am the proud owner of 2 perfectly ripe avocados. This never happens. This never happens. That means I'm gonna go the extra mile for us today and bake a loaf of sourdough because we deserve it. Here's the thing. I don't know how to bake sourdough. Okay, I've tried a couple times. It always turns out so dense. But I just happen to have a gorgeous loaf of sourdough right here that we can bake. Thanks to the sponsor of today's video. Wild grain. This actually isn't heavy. It's empty because I already put everything in my freezer and already ate some of it. This oven has a fast preheat setting and I think it's just on there as a placebo. I don't think it actually preheats any faster. While I sit down here and watch my oven become hotter, let me tell you about this bread. I'm always thinking about having a sweet little treat from a sweet little bakery, but I can't always just jump in my car or on a plane to go grab a fresh croissant or a delicious sourdough loaf for the perfect avocado toasties. What I can do is get beautiful sourdough, artisanal pastries, and fresh pastas sent straight to my door thanks to Wild Grain. Thank you for sponsoring this video, Wild Grain. Wild Grain is the first fake from frozen subscription box. They partner with small bakers across the country to keep the tradition of artisanal and nutritious food alive. And you can customize your box, whether it's filled with classic options or 100% plant-based options or gluten-free choices. There's a little or a lot of something for everybody. Wild grain uses a slow fermentation process that's easier on your belly and richer in nutrients. So if you want to fill your home with the delicious aroma of bread and other bread-like items, check out the link in my description and use code Kathleen to get $30 off your first wild grain box plus free croissants for life. How completely magical is that? And how completely magical is this? I'm gonna enjoy my food. You can enjoy watching me eat it, and thank you Wild Grain for making it all possible. Okay, back to the creative refresh. Okay, before we fix the creative brain situation, we need to fix the creative space situation. Where do I start? Well, my lens is kind of blurry and bloomy right now, which means it's dirty, but I kind of like the ethereal vibe. The dirty ethereal vibe. Let's embrace it. I put together a bunch of outfits last week for the children's book illustration video, and then I just brought the whole pile of stuff I was wearing or stuff I was maybe gonna wear and just dropped it right here. One might question why I did that, and that would be a fair question. So let's fix this so we can actually walk in the space. I got a comment relatively recently from one of y'all that was like, I'm so impressed by how you always seem to clean up your creative craft supplies after your craft. And I just thought, wow, I've really done a good job at duping you, huh? No, it's kind of just a crapshoot whether I even consider cleaning up right after I finish something. It's part of the part of my brain that's broken, but that's okay. We've got dirty clothes that are in my basket of I wore it and then maybe it's not quite dirty yet, or maybe it is. It's very full. How did it get so full? And then this rack should be in my office, but it's been in here for a while. I don't know if it needs to live in here. Maybe it does. Who cares? Who cares? I've got 2 delicious drinks. I think we can do this. And if you need to clean up a little tiny mess, maybe not a whole room, maybe just like something that you've been putting off. They're like, that would take me about 5 minutes or even less. Maybe a minute and a half to do and I just haven't had the wherewithal to do it. Let's do it together right now. Come on, come on. Okay, I love these pants. They're just like wide leg, linen-y pants, cotton, whatever. But I recently wore them on an outdoor adventure and sat on a log and or rock or something, and it got little brown stains all over the butt. It kind of looks like I had a teeny tiny situation back there. So then I never want to wear them, but I love them. Also, I've had this safety pin in the back of them basically the whole time I've had them because they're a little bit big. So I think these just need to be altered a little bit. Maybe we'll put like a big patch on the butt, big butt patch. And finally just fix the waistband so I don't have to constantly scare myself that there's something metal in my pants. Because it is scary. I don't know why, but it is. We'll set those aside for a future mend pile takedown. Cool. Digging through these piles leads to finding treasure. I forgot, thrifted this super beautiful vintage top. It's kind of the silhouette that's my favorite, where it's like more of a fitted bodice and then structured shoulders. And this one, unlike the one last week that was too tight across, which thank you everybody for giving me so many ideas for how to tailor it to fit. I think I am probably going to take it to an actual tailor to insert some side panels. Could I do it myself? Maybe I'll do it myself first, and then if I mess it up, pay them for their time and skills to fix my oopsies. Anyways, this one does fit, although it is just a little longer than I typically like in a blouse. Can you guys hear me? Sorry. Whoa. It is kind of fun layered, but also imagine cropped. So cool. Oh my gosh, this honestly kind of looks like it had panels added to the side to fit a larger bust. Kind of like a pie-shaped panel going from the back shoulder down. Do you see that? Oh my goodness. Is this how we construct items for people with larger bosoms? The world will never be the same. Wow. Anyways, let's add it to the mint pile to get it cropped. Got quite the pile going. Are you stuck? Always that person that if someone walks by me that smells good and in a way that I would like to smell, I'm gonna ask them. You've seen me chase down people in the streets of New York to ask them what their perfume is. Anyways, I did that recently. I was at a coffee shop and someone smelled so patchouli-y, but not in a Hot Topic way, in a nice way, the way that I like. And I was like, excuse me, are you wearing something to make you smell good? And she's like, oh, it's actually this body spray from this laundry company. And I love how the laundry detergent smells, so I got the body spray. And I was like, that's my laundry detergent. I think I've talked about this before. Zoom, the best. I use the frankincense and myrrh. This is not sponsored. I think I have asked them if they wanted to partner up before, and they did not get back to me on that. It smells so good! Anyways. Surprise, surprise. We're back on the pooter. We're having some pooter time. Cause I need to post this on Instagram. I got distracted by the bounty of nature. Don't look at my posture. Alright. Listen, oh, I just noticed an oopsie. Hold on, everybody. Don't freak out. And as fun as it would be to just post the one illustration, we know that Instagram loves a carousel. So I've been doing the main illustration and then I kind of break it up into all of its different pieces for the different carousel slides, just to tell the story a little bit better. Alright, that's done. On to the next. This is the room that has been stressing me out. In the couple years we've lived here, I've never done anything to the kitchen. There's no cool storage. There's definitely a method to the madness, but it's pretty default mode right now, and I would like to fix that soon with some more organizational stuff, some sectioning of areas. Anyways, this is crazy, and I can't think of anything more boring to make you watch than me clean it up, so 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Did I jump the right way? Was I supposed to go this way? Yeah! Onward. Ooh. I almost just ate shit, dude. Before we do anything cute and sexy and creative, I don't know where my car keys are. Okay, specifically, I know where my set of car keys are. I don't know where Gus's set of car keys are because sometimes I take them and then forget to put them back. And I'm 90% sure that they're just in one of these bags. So we're gonna look through them and organize what's in each of them. And I'm not gonna make you watch me do it because that sounds rude of me. But I do wanna show you the most unhinged things that I have in my bag. I don't know what's in these bags. It could be nothing, it could be something. All right, let's go for the bag that I think the keys are in. Trusty sporty bag. Oh, they're not in here, but there is a doggy stool sample. There's no poop in here. A to be used stool sample vial. Okay, great. And no keys. All right, let's try this one. Oh wait, no, this one. Dog treats and poop bags. Not in there. Okay, how about this one? All right, unused sponge. Just so many Q-tips. The hell? No keys? Okay, I'm starting to get a little worried that I haven't found these keys yet. Socks? My son, you should be on a bag. Why are you in a bag? Oh wait, no, these are mine. I know they're mine because I have my card captor Sakura keychain and my sheep and my chopper and the AirPods in here. No $1 American. There's no way I permanently lost these car keys. They are somewhere, and I have one more, please. One more bag. I just have to find it. Found it. This is like the pool/activity bag for the summer. Come on. Vintage Kings Island hat. Keys! Haha. Knew it. Any AirPods in here? Yes. It's not a Kathleen bag if it doesn't have a random thrift store tag and receipt in it. And a stress ball. All right. Phew! The sweetest thing happened one of these evenings. Gus came up to me and he said, "Hey, I want to make something. Can you show me how to make some stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's the best thing I've ever heard." So we sat down for an hour or so and just had some quiet creative time. He was working on some digital sketching and art making on the iPad, and I was cutting out collage materials and doing a very low effort collage. Sometimes I find collage daunting because you really are putting a puzzle together. You have to think about layering, you have to think about shapes, and there's no undoing. Yes, you can unglue things and pull them apart, but I mean in the cutting out of it all, you can't fix that mistake. So it can feel a little scary sometimes. So I just wanted to play. Just cut out some shapes, put them together, maybe build some sort of storyline, but maybe not. And this was such a nice way to wind down after a day of staring at screen. Highly recommend. Hi people, are you ready to do something crazy, cool, sexy, and creative? Okay, me too. I have had this box for a little while now, and I haven't opened it because I've been like, I'll get to that. Haven't think I got into it, and it's a new creative tool. At least I think so. Watch this not be what I think it is. Ta-da! It's one of those portable scanners that you can take around with you and like scan anything out in the wild. And I really want to use this to collect textures, things like that, to collage with, make art with. And of course I've seen people use these on social media, and when I was like, I want one of those, I was then thinking like, how do I get this without buying it on Amazon? Because that's where most of these are sold. I don't want to do that. I would like to get it secondhand, please. On eBay, this company, Mundin, which is like a very Amazon-y brand, they have their own storefront, and on it they have refurbished and used options, which I love. There's always a way to make things a little more sustainable. This is a refurbished unit, so I thought we could try scanning some like collage materials, maybe some textures outside, because I would like to do a little bit of a refresh on my, I guess you'd say, branding. So like the textures that I use on my Instagram stories and the textures I use as like backgrounds in my video transitions. I like to create some kind of like cohesive vibe. Like usually I use some sort of crinkly paper texture, and I'd like to grow that library a little bit with custom stuff. So I thought we could make some fun textures to then use all across my videos and my social posts and whatever else I want to do. This does say it comes with a memory card. There it is. I will definitely not be putting this directly in my computer. That sounds like a great way to get taken over So I'm gonna format it first. And then let's try it. I've been testing this out a little bit, and I didn't realize that the only way to scan is to be activating these little wheels. So basically you put it on a flat surface and you drag it down, and there's like wheels going, and the speed of the wheels designates the speed of the scan. It's like a little strobe goes off every time the wheel turns. I was hoping that I'd just be able to like do this in the air in 360, but it seems like we're kind of stuck with the 2-dimension. I have been able to cheat a little bit and like use a flat object to activate the wheels and move it around a little bit. And I was like, how can I mousetrap a contraption that would activate the wheels with a motor? And then I was like, relax. So this is basically no better than what I could do with a phone. I guess the PPI, the pixels per inch, is higher qual, but also this isn't the nicest thing in the world. So I'm still trying to brainstorm creative ways to use this, knowing that we have some constraints. I was able to get some kind of cool warpy textures by keeping it flat but then going left and right a little bit. So I think I'm going to try and do that with some collaged textures together. So let's make a little composition and see what kind of interesting little scans we can get. Quilt book is cool because the patterns are so geometric. When you kind of start to mess with the geometry, it looks extra glitchy and sweet. Let me show you. Oh, let's see if I can get it to work with a little bit of 3D texture. Let's see if it'll work. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I loved that. Wiggly. This is cool. Made this collage a while ago. That's me. And I never did anything with it. So let's scan it, is what I'm saying. Whoa, that was cool. Okay, I'm excited again. What about this? Cool. This is just gonna be a bunch of clips of me going, cool. Maybe. And here's the collage I made last night. Very low brain wave going on. Let's scan it. Ooh. Let's do it again. Let me just. Outfit scans coming soon. That's actually kind of a sick idea. So I think part of the reason my footage has been so smudgy this video is, in fact, because my lens was gross. But also, I think we can shift some of the blame to this corn sweat. Sorry, world. Sorry for the corn sweat, everybody. It's so humid. Let's venture out to the thrift store. Now, I don't really need anything like for me at the thrift store, but I do want to look for some blanks. You know me. You know I love to paint and draw and sew and all the other things on secondhand clothing to give it a new life. So I'm always on the lookout for new blanks. Let's go take a peek. Did not find any blanks, but did find this extremely vintage Johns Hopkins t-shirt for $3. Crazy. I hope you enjoyed having a bit of a creative refresh with me this week. I know I needed it, and I do. I feel refreshed. It worked. Let me know how you're taking care of yourself this week, if you're in need of a creative refresh as well, and just how you're doing. All of your comments on last week's video were so sweet. Thank you for hyping me up and getting so hyped about children's books with me. That was so fun. I'd love to do more illustration-heavy workflows and videos in the future. I'll be back in 2 weeks, and until next time, I hope you stay so stinky, because you know I love that about you. It's not my favorite thing, but it's one of my favorite things. Okay, take care. Bye.